damn channel. Tonight I'm joined once again with Anthony Jordan of Anthony Jordan Movies and Reviews. What's up, Anton?
Not much. How's it going with you?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I've been tired the last couple days. That's why I haven't been doing any live streams, but I have enough energy to finally get back on track here. And you're looking a little crooked there, sir. What's going on, huh?
What about now?
That is perfect, sir. And your beard is coming along good. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thanks.
So this sequel we're going to talk about, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, 37 years later from 1986. This is in your absolute top 10 of best horror movies, right?
Yeah, well, best slashers to
Best
be
slasher.
more specific. And it's something that I didn't see for the first time till less than 10 years ago.
Oh no! Oh, okay. So, but you've seen the original. You just never saw the second one till 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's cool about this is it brings back the original Father Sawyer. What's his name?
Drayton.
Yeah. It brings him back. The brother got killed in the original 1974, but it has his other brother in it this time, played by Bill Moseley, Chop Top.
One of the best horror actors out there.
I totally agree, and
Just
this is more of a dark comedy slasher movie, and if it wasn't for Chop Top, it wouldn't be half the comedy gold that it was.
just how much of a chameleon he is in different movies.
I know you don't even recognize the guy. What's up, Giga Chad, man? How you doing, buddy? Asylum, Dog Will Hunt. He's already quoting Chop Top.
The Blob, Night of the Living Dead remake.
I
It's
know,
like,
and
wait, is that Chop Top?
yeah, and you wouldn't even know unless somebody like helped you identify him or you Googled it. And let's see, Leatherface is played by what, Ben Johnson or William Johnson?
It doesn't
Regardless,
say on the back of the Blu-ray.
okay. Regardless, I think it's either William Johnson or Ben Johnson, but whoever it was, he did a good job playing the clownish Leatherface for sure in this sequel. And let's not forget about Stretch Veneta, played by Caroline Williams, who Leatherface wanted to basically bone with his chainsaw.
Bill Johnson.
Bill Johnson. Or William Johnson. Guy, I was pretty close, wasn't I? What's up, Senor Sebastian Way? Lick my plate, you dog dick. Good to see you, Baz. Good to see you, Asylum. Giga Chad, man, always a pleasure. And of course, joined by Anthony Jordan of Anthony Jordan Movies and Reviews. And this is going to be a real big treat for him because he absolutely loves this freaking sequel. So do you put this one over the original TCM, by the way?
It depends on what I'm looking for. Like, preference-wise, yes, but I'm not gonna say it's the superior movie to the original because it's not.
No, by no means.
But that being said, if you want to just put in a fun slasher, which nobody puts in the original Texas Chainsaw for a fun slasher, I think you kind of phased out there.
We glitched out there. Are you okay there, Anthony?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
saying with it, if you want to put a fun slasher in, this is a good choice. I don't think anybody that is in the mood for a fun slasher says, "Hey, let's throw in the original Texas Chainsaw."
Exactly. Asylum brings up Leatherface's first reaction when he sees Stretch. He's got the chainsaw between his legs and he's thrusting. What's the time where I'd put this over the OG? Yeah, there's been some times where I put it over the OG myself. let's not forget one of the most important stars in this movie, and I still think he was on the same cocaine from Apocalypse Now. That's Mr. Dennis Hopper, who was who plays Franklin's older brother that goes to get revenge.
Uncle.
Oh, was it his uncle? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he's Sally and Franklin's uncle.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, and you probably agree with me, everybody, I think he's on the same coke that he was on Apocalypse Now. 'Cause he basically almost played the same damn character.
He probably never came down from the high from the 70s.
Probably not, because they were getting that good quality shit back then. Sebastian says a fun '80s slasher version of it. Hell yeah! Asylum. I love this movie as well. If Leatherface was mentally challenged, then OG is 10 times than this. Yeah, him between him and Chop Top, man, it's a freaking. Ugh. Yeah, the Myers fan, he thinks all of a sudden he thinks he's going to start doing wrestling reviews. Imagine that it was Michael Myers in that scene with oh yeah, he'd be thrust in the butcher knife. Chad man, we see Franklin is back. I like Stretch more than Sally. I totally agree. This movie has better characters. Maestro's going out a bit. Yeah, my internet. I'm about to just totally destroy my internet. I'm just going to crush it and obliterate it into a million different pieces. So I love the beginning where they're at the Mr. Sawyer, the father is at the chili cook off and someone accidentally bites into a tooth in his chili and he passes it off as a peppercorn.
Hard shell peppercorn.
Yeah, hard shell peppercorn. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's what it is. Did you notice in the scene where Leatherface is skiing Mike? Oh shit, I forgot about that part. Mask because of Mike's boxed ass head. Yeah, when I was a kid, that was the first time I ever saw someone's face get skinned off their skull. So that was a really big treat for me when I was 9 years old. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen anything like that by the age of 9.
Nah, and this was you got to think this was back in '86. First time I seen it on HBO, and then I think his name was LG. Wasn't his name LG in the movie? Or
Yeah.
yeah, got his got his damn face skinned right off his skull, and then the guy is still alive and helps Stretch get away. I was like, holy shit, this movie's fucked up. Yeah, Asylum, you're right. It's human chili. So I mean, we don't even have to really get into details or review it to see if this movie stood the test of time. This movie will always be a great dark comedy slasher flick, man. And I love the beginning where the two idiots are in the car heading to OU Texas weekend.
How they didn't get shot before the Sawyers got them.
Yeah, I know, going around shooting up people's mailboxes and road signs and shit. Or either that or die in a drunk driving fucking accident.
August 22nd, 1986.
That's exactly when it came out?
Yeah, I'm slightly older than this movie.
Just a little bit.
May
Bill
2nd.
May 2nd, gotcha. Bill Moseley played a really good hitchhiker in a fan film. Toby Hooper got him to be in the sequel. That's freaking. I need to look that up. Oh yeah, by the way,
He
this is done by Toby Hooper again. By the way,
he did a fan film called The Texas Chainsaw Manicure.
manicure.
And that's more like where Chop Top's origins came from, was who he played in that movie.
Gotcha. Yeah, Chad Man brought up. Don't forget about Rick and his buddy in the car. That was one. That was probably one of the coolest slash disturbing kills I've seen up to that point. When his buddy looks over at the other guy who's driving and like the top part of his skull is sliding off of his brain.
You just have to put up with the laughing until then.
Yeah, and that's basically what I do too, is put up with the freaking laughter. And I like Chop Chop more than the Hitchhiker. Absolutely. Mike's boxed ass face couldn't fit Leatherface's head. Can't wait for them to add him into the game. Yeah, that ain't no shit, Baz. Imagine if the MPAA got to this movie. Yeah, we wouldn't. It wasn't me. It was either my neighbor, Godzilla, or Santa Claus. Remember that. We wouldn't have got half the cool ass gore kills that we got if the MPAA got a hold of it. So.
The
But yeah,
MPAA takes themselves too seriously.
yeah, obviously. Look at all the other '80s horror slasher flicks they fucking ruined back in the '80s. Baz, this movie was more of what he was going for in the OG. It's more of a black comedy. Yes, I did read about that a few years back, and I'm like, wow, he really wanted to go for a comedy even back then with the original. That's freaking crazy. The scene where he killed Danielle was, yeah, and I'm tired of seeing Danielle Harris get killed in all these movies. She even got killed in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. What do you think about that, Anthony?
Yeah, that was a bad call.
Yeah, you can't. You got to quit killing off Danielle Harris, no matter what freaking movie it is. Chad, man, you might be right. It's either my neighbor, it's either Polly, Godzilla, or Santa Claus.
Or bloodless.
Or Bloodless, which he is still MIA. By the way, everybody say what's up to Mr. Tim Atkins' best mustache on YouTube. Welcome to the live stream, sir. Anthony, we thought you ran away for a second there, man.
I had to thought I heard something.
Oh, that's just freaking great. Here we are talking about TCM2, and now you're starting to hear weird noises. And like a novice, and I know you're not a novice at this, Anthony, you go and check it out. At least you didn't say I'll be right back. God almighty. What have you been doing all day, Anthony? Eating retard sandwiches?
No.
Okay. Oh, you crack me up, Anthony.
Resting up mostly. I ain't been sleeping good lately.
I haven't either. In fact, right before I did this, I had me some dinner, and about 5 o'clock, I passed out till about 8:30 this evening, and then I was like, I feel good enough to do a live stream, and man, Anthony got to do a little TCM2. I think the NBA mostly butchered the third one. I don't think there's any kills. That one on screen.
Well,
Yeah.
This was released unrated.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that freaking movie. Baz has a good point. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 because of Ken Faree, and you got Viggo Mortensen in it, and of course, do I know you? But he's right. He made a good point. Most of the kills are off screen, man.
Yeah, the MPAA really had it out for that movie.
Yeah, sure as hell did. Sebastian has given you a warning. He thinks that Michael might be back. That's why you're hearing noises, Anton. No comment, huh? Yeah, what are you afraid to say something?
Well, hold up.
Oh, there he goes. He'll be right back. Asylum, I would love to visit the house at TCM2. It's like got a cool maze and a slide, and that would be one hell of a horror haunted house attraction to go to around October. That would be freaking badass, man. But yeah, this.
I got something for him.
Oh, he's got the Japanese katana. Is it real Japanese steel?
No, but it's sharp.
It's sharp enough. I got one that's real Japanese steel. You can throw a sheet of paper in the air and it lands on a blade and splits. What is your thought on Rob Zombie's performance as the cook? Rob Zombie did a halfway decent job as the cook. He only had like 2 scenes in it, if you remember, Anthony. He was putting the hard shell peppercorn in the chili, and then he put a little bit too much salt in there. So Mr. Sawyer came in and goosed him up the ass and popped him with a towel. That part was pretty cool.
And he also made sure his wife stays out of the movie.
God. Well, yeah, because Caroline Williams is 10,000 times hotter than she is. Even back
10,000 times the actor.
and yeah, 10,000 times the actress as well, and that's even back in 1986. So the only I've got to bring up this part in the beginning of TCM2 here is when the guys call the radio station with Stretch and LG, and she can't get them off the line because they're starting to get attacked by Leatherface and Chop Top, and she's like, "Hang up, hang up, hang up, hang up, hang up."
Like, why don't you hang up?
Why would you just hang up the phone? Like they're
Granted,
tying up
no
a
one else.
bomb.
Granted, no one else can call in, but at least you don't have to listen to them.
Exactly. Yeah, listen to them die.
And
So,
LG was the technical guy. He should have had been able to drop the call on that end.
yeah, but remember, he looks at her, he's like, I can't do nothing, darling. Chad, man, I wonder how many cops and health inspectors they pay. Oh, yeah, that ain't no shit. Crazy how the OG
Yeah.
is known for being worse when they didn't have any gore whatsoever. Yeah, good point on that one. Rob Zombie would have loved to do a TCM, but yeah, and just because it is him and he is into that gore factor, I would have to give it a peek if he did do a TCM
He
movie. What about
turned
you?
down the TCM remake.
Oh yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Like, his agent contacted him about doing the Texas Chainsaw remake, and he flat out turned it down.
Zombie did?
Yeah, he said
That's
that.
right.
He said that movie was perfect.
Oh, but he went ahead and destroyed Halloween. What a
Yeah,
douchebag. What a fucking dude. Good God Almighty. Asylum would date Caroline Williams rather than I would date a bald dog rather than date JLC. Baz, and this is the only sequel that makes sense, and having Toby Hooper and Drayton come back helps a ton. Sure does. I watch these two usually and skip to the remake if I do a run. Yeah, that's a good way of lining up the movies for sure. So, a little fun fact for you: the corpse that Leatherface is holding up with the two guys that's driving with the gun. That's actually the brother that got ran over by the semi truck. You know that, right?
Nubbins.
Yep, Nubbins. So he's
And
holding them up.
meanwhile,
He's holding them up and he's dancing with it and he's got the chainsaw. Finally, they shoot it. They shoot Nubbins' dead corpse body and his head goes reveals that it's Leatherface and they
that
start
bullet should have gone through and hit Leatherface.
yeah, they take one shot, take out the corpse, and then they don't take another shot after that. They just squeal like female pigs at the chainsaw, which I might I might scream if I saw a chainsaw. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe
I
not.
would have
Maybe not.
been. I would have just hit the brake and turned that thing around.
Yeah, but they're obviously drunk and they're morons. So drunk morons is not a good
Well,
combination. You
it
saw what
was
happened.
it was Mike. It was Mike and Jay. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's Mike and Jay. You're right. Fucking morons. Asylum. I'm surprised Maestro likes Sherry Moon's performance in every movie. That actually surprises me because I did not know that. Asylum. I'm out of control. God Almighty. Here we go. Would you kiss JLC on the lips once to spend the night with Stretch? No. There's a ton more actresses out there. What about you, Anthony?
No.
No. Baz. I don't think Rob Zombie liked the OG Halloween. I heard somewhere that he said it was flawed and he could do better. Well, yeah, it was flawed. They only made it for $350,000. No, it wasn't even that. It's like $325,000. Of course, it's flawed. Frickin' moron. You know what, Zombie? Your whole existence as a human being is fraud. Or sorry, flawed and fraud. You're a waste of flesh, Rob Zombie. Oh my God. So, what's your favorite part in this TCM2 movie, Mr. Anton?
Probably anything with Chop Top.
He goes, when he runs out in the radio station and scalps him, he goes, "You idiot! That was my best wig!"
You wrecked my Sonny Bono wig.
You wrecked my Sonny Bono wig.
Oh, my plate's burning. Numb flashback. Numb flashback.
Can I get a tour of the station? Yeah, here's Mr. Shark. Look, there it is. Then he's lighting the hanger and scorching it on his plate and eating the burnt tip of it. Good God, let me tell you something. That couldn't have been in a script. Nobody writes something like that.
I know that he was supposedly in Vietnam during the first movie, but it looks like he died in Vietnam.
It really does. Yes. Tim, I think I'll die from just looking at it. Yeah, that ain't no shit, Baz. It's like staring at Medusa. In fact, I'd kiss Medusa rather than kiss Jamie Lee, rusty, dusty ass Curtis. I'll spend the night with Danielle. Let's be honest. Well, I think every male on this live stream right now would sleep with Danielle Asylum.
You heard about JLC potentially getting scammed, right?
No. What the hell's going on here?
Okay, well, you heard about the YouTuber The Completionist and his Alzheimer's research charity and how the money hadn't been donated. Well,
Right.
apparently Jamie Lee Curtis has been donating money throughout the years.
God. Sucks to be her. Tim's trying to convince. Oh, come on. I'll do it in a heartbeat. No, you wouldn't, Tim. Tim, straighten up. Hey, Tim, let me tell you something, Tim. If you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that.
I think he needs mental help.
Yeah, I've said this before, Tim. I think you're the one that needs mental help. Ring. Yes, Dr. Hoffman. Why does this always turn into impressions and movie quoting? I mean, I really. I mean, it's fun. I'm not complaining, all right? It's fun. I love to do it for everybody, but damn. Anthony is a loss for words right now. Anthony's just flabbergasted.
You know, it was cut out of the script, but Dennis Hopper's character, Stretch, was supposed to be his daughter.
Thank God they cut that out. That wouldn't have made any sense. No, I wouldn't have liked that.
When you want how weird he's acting around her.
Yeah, I would have never, no, I wouldn't have liked that at all. Asylum spelling out EXIT, Baz. Plus, I don't think Stress wants my charred lip. Oh, hey, come on, man. Chapstick all the way, Baz. Hey, there's Joel. Welcome to Livestream, Joel. Yeah, JLC getting scammed like that was her comeuppance, boy, I tell you. Yeah, now she can't go to Epstein Island. All too fucking bad. Sebastian liked Frankie's dad. He was a tweaker for sure. So anyways, Stretch manages to survive the Leatherface attack by basically Horn Dog talking to Leatherface, telling him he's the best. Nobody else can hold that saw the way he holds the saw. Nobody's saw is as big as Leatherface's saw.
I think Toby Hooper was on the coke too.
Oh yeah, him and Hopper were definitely sharing rails. They were sharing 8 balls all the way, buddy. I loved Dennis Hopper in this movie because I'll admit, when I was 9 years old, I was still a little bit scared about what was going on because it's Leatherface. But when I saw him in the hardware store and he bought the 2 mini chainsaws and wears them like they're in a holster and bought the real big saw, I was like, yeah, I like Dennis Hopper in this movie. He kind of gave me a sense of security.
I'm not sure if that guy at the hardware store was entertained or just scared.
I think it was a little of both. Franklin. I like Franklin's dad. He was a tweaker for sure. But yeah, I loved it as a kid. I was like, Dennis Hopper's so freaking cool. He's got 2 chainsaws wearing them like 6-shooter guns, man. Bubba was nice enough to give Franklin his flashlight. Yeah, he gave him his flashlight, all right.
Just imagine how heavy it had to be carrying those 3 chainsaws around.
That's the dark comedy about it. He's not going to be running around the house and tearing it apart like he was carrying all that freaking saw hardware.
If you've ever used a chainsaw before, you know if you had to defend yourself with one, you'd be better off throwing it at your attacker.
Pretty much, and that's why as I started to, as I've gotten older, Leatherface really doesn't scare me. All you have to do is run in circles. Eventually, he's going to run out of gas.
And he's probably gonna get bit by the chainsaw before he has a chance to get you with it.
Which he proved that in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I was using one once and I almost got it good.
Oh,
We
good
were
God, Anthony! Don't ever touch it
cutting
with
a
a
bunch of
chainsaw
trees
again.
and like I didn't even realize it till after, but my pant leg there was a big chainsaw cut in it.
You got lucky, my friend.
Yeah.
See, that was obviously a clean cut because you didn't even notice.
So never use a chainsaw without Kevlar chaps.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, after he lets Stretch leave and thrust the chainsaw a little bit, he goes back out and Chop Top's like, "Did you get her, Bubba? Did you get her, Sparky?" He's like, "Well, did you get her or not?" He's like, "Oh man." I will admit Leatherface was weird in this. He felt like a giant teddy bear, not a threat. Yeah, he really was very disturbing in some parts. Franklin's dad, revenging the death of Myers' fan. I mean, Franklin was a great fight scene. Yes, we don't want anybody to know that it was really him. It was really Franklin, but yeah, that was one hell of a last battle. You guys are out of control.
Which it made too is that the flashlight was still working.
Oh yeah. When he sees the Franklin's corpse in the wheelchair and the flashlight still lit on his lap, come on, God, that had to have been left on purpose to make you go, really? Okay.
The fact that when they had time to go back and get Franklin's corpse while they were evacuating the farmhouse.
Exactly. Oh, you gotta love this movie, man. I think the remake Leatherface is the scariest killer, and then I'd never face it. Yeah, the reboot of Leatherface is definitely the scary. Well, I mean, I'm always gonna have a spot in my heart for the original Gunnar Hansen and the original TCM, but yeah, the definitely the reboot Leatherface is scary as shit, man.
Three's Leatherface was pretty intimidating.
I did like, and me and you are going to talk about that after me and Asylum are going to do. What was it? Me, it was Polly. We're going to do Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, but then we're going to do TCM 3 after that, and I can't wait to talk about that one because that's my favorite one. I ain't gonna lie, I love TCM 3. Love it. When
It's
go
it's
ahead.
trash, but it's entertaining trash.
Exactly. I mean, I enjoy watching it. When I was a kid and Benny started kicked the chainsaw out of his hands and started whipping his ass, I was like, yes, yes. Which we'll talk more about that at another time. Asylum says the scariest Leatherface was Jenna. Well, I don't know if it was the fact that he was a Leatherface or if it was because he was the trans shit it
Hold on a
Leatherface.
minute.
Oh, he heard another noise, guys. He heard another noise. Myers fan dumbass would have died from rolling down the. Yeah, all you had to do was push him. He'd roll down the hill and bounce to death. Stupid ogre. Mister, I'm going to do wrestling reviews now. For obvious reasons. Asylum, you're out of control. You know what, guys? I'm out of control.
Yeah, I
And
heard another noise. It was my dog.
so you think. That's how these movies go. You always, oh, it was just the wind. Oh, it was just a tree branch knocking against the window. Oh, it was just a dog or a possum or raccoon. Yeah, they say that now. You say that now, Anthony, but later we'll see what you're saying,
I
buddy.
had to put her on a pillow on the floor next to me.
Exactly the way that horror movie goes too. I'm telling you, Anthony. Listen, old bud. Wrestling and bold. Okay, so okay, Chad, man, you have to tell me you're just joking. Please tell me he's not talking about the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful and his pathetic,
Oh,
stupid
oh,
theme.
I need to. A part of me hopes he's not joking.
I know Asylum's joking. I play along with his little facade of little jokes.
Let's see. CM Punk return. CM Punk return promo was garbage. CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why this feud makes no sense.
Yeah, that's his two latest videos. What's funny is somebody in his comment section, you know how he likes to talk like this. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the return of CM Punk. Somebody made a comment, yeah, I'm sure CM Punk's really disappointed and butthurt that Kermit the Frog didn't like his return, because that's what he sounds like.
Okay,
And he hearted the guy.
I don't even like CM Punk, and I would admit if Austin was still younger and able to go, that feud would make a lot of sense because they're polar opposites.
And that would be a hell of a feud. That would, dude, that feud, even before any of the matches, the heat that would come off the feud leading up to the matches would be freaking amazing, dude. Yeah, Baz, yeah, somebody in the comments said, yeah, I'm sure CM Punk's really butthurt that Kermit the Frog didn't like his return promo. And he hearted him. He gave him a thumbs up and hearted him. You stupid ogre moron, Myers
Wolfman does
25.
that too.
Yeah, he does it to everybody but me. He takes everything I say personally. He's like, hey, don't you be making fun of me videos?
Well, what I
Don't you?
that one he did about the his that film he wants to do where it's Allison traveling through alternate timelines.
You got to be kidding
Yeah,
me.
he made a post commenting about this is something a friend brought up. What if Allison wakes up in a different timeline where Laurie Strode is dead and she's not her grandmother? And I just commented, I said,
I
I
know what you're
don't
talking.
know I don't know what I just read, but I felt brain cells die just reading that. And he hearted it and said, well, that was just mean.
Yeah, I saw that. Now that you mention that, yeah, he goes, that was just mean. Yeah, but his response to the whole thing was, that would be interesting. How would that be interesting? You idiot. Oh my God. Yeah, go
I
check it
don't
out,
want
guys.
I don't want Allison in any timeline.
I don't either. I don't want Allison even to be on this earth. Joel, TCM2 is more like a spoof sequel. I know. Even the front of the VHS tape back in the day, when I was looking at it as a kid, they're doing the Breakfast Club pose. Have you ever noticed that,
And then
Anthony?
yeah, and then there's this horrible Blu-ray cover.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that when you held it up. And then anybody that wouldn't know any better, they're going to get a big surprise when they start watching it.
What's bad was I had to settle for this one because I got the Shout Factory one on Blu-ray on eBay. And
Right?
this seller was pathetically slow, like it would take him 2 weeks to ship. Well, the movie goes out of print and he issues me a refund.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
like, what's this? I did not ask for a refund. I want my movie. He said, well, you didn't get it in time, so I just gave you a refund. I'm like, no, ship me the movie. And he replies back, what movie are you talking about? Then I looked on his channel and he
Yeah.
was selling it for 5 times the price.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. You can go to hell, buddy.
It's like, okay, I can understand like if you have it listed and it goes out of price and then you raise the price, but when you already sold it to someone, don't refund it back and then raise the price through the roof.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he did. Yeah, Baz, he liked the comment, thought the guy was complimenting him. Yeah, not only did he call him Kermit, but he threw up the frog emoji at the same time in the comment. I'd be like, dude, I'd be like, you could eat shit and die, you know. But instead, he's like, yeah, that's a good Hi ho, Myers fan 25 here.
Wolfman. Are we sure Wolfman and Myers fan aren't the same person?
I don't know, but I sure like the fact that he talks like Kermit the Frog here. Myers fan is mean to everyone. Why his feelings hurt? Yeah, that's still. I know I bring this up almost every, but how the hell he's got over 5,000 subs is beyond my anything. Can't figure it out. I'm convinced he has a shrine to Andy. That's just spooky, Sebastian. If he probably really does. Toby Hooper rolling over in his grave now at the franchise. Yeah, most likely, especially at the next
If
generation.
he does, someone should take pictures and send it to her lawyer.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that would be funny as hell. Chad, man, did you see that Kiss Digital Avatar concert announcement? I did see that. And Sebastian, I gonna have to agree with you. He does have the IQ of Kermit the Frog.
As we're
Uh,
talking,
Go ahead.
as we're talking to other YouTubers, out of curiosity, I watched Cody Leach's Godzilla -1 review.
I saw
He
that on the
said,
Discord.
he goes, this is the, so he says something to the extent of, this is the only Godzilla movie that treats him like a villain from a horror movie.
Has he not seen the other Godzillas?
He was upfront and said, I'm not a Godzilla fan.
Okay, well then he still doesn't know what the hell he's talking about with that. That's good God.
It's like, I've seen
Sean,
every movie more than once, but what do I know?
you're like the biggest fan I know. That's all I know. Sean, welcome to Livestream. The truck driver from the original makes a cameo in part two. He's in the chili cook-off scene, so I guess he survived. So Cleveland did survive running down the road away from
So
Leatherface.
what is he? So what is he running through the chili cook-off, still trying to get away?
Yeah, yeah, like dirt right in the middle of the cook-off. Everybody's doing their taste testing and all that. They're giving away the trophies, and you just see him in the background just sprinting across the field. Yeah, it shouldn't be hard to nail a TCM movie. They just don't care about the source material. They treat it like a basic slasher. Pretty much, Baz. That's a good point. Asylum. I'm still confused as well that he has 5,000. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. Please, somebody, God, somebody, help me to understand how he's got 5,000 subs. I can't get it. I can't grasp it, Anthony. I just can't grasp it, and it bugs me because I want to know. I want to know. That
I don't get how a lot of these people have half the subs they do.
ain't no shit. They're so boring. Drum dumbass. Wolfman's got vagina. So freaking boring, man. Oh my. Yeah.
And then you get ones like Logan Paul that have just made a career out of making an absolute idiot out of themselves.
Right? And I mean, but it's still something that he's rolling with. It's something better than what these other ones I just named have. 2022 is a horrible Halloween 2018 ripoff. I've heard that before, Baz. Cody Leach isn't a fan of anything. He's a fan of his big fat face self. I don't even like that guy. Myers fan been on YouTube for almost more than I've been alive, and he hasn't changed anything about his content. No, he has not. He's still he's showing his face a lot more. After 10 years, he's finally showing his face on his videos. He used to just see darkness or his laptop screen or his thumbnail. And there's a reason for that if you've seen the guy. Oof. So let's talk about when Dennis Hopper finally does run into Leatherface. He sticks the chainsaw completely into his gut. And
Remember,
He's still alive and still fighting with Dennis Hopper.
Well, before that, he gave the cook hemorrhoid surgery.
Yes, he did.
I love that when he first breaks through after they had let Stretch tied up and they're trying to kill her, and they hear
Oh,
him singing, and he hops out. He goes, "I'm the Lord of the Harvest," and then
yeah.
the cook is that there's some new health food group.
I freaking love this movie, man. So Drayden Sawyer's his response to this whole thing, he's not going to lose gracefully. He pulls out a hand grenade that he's been keeping for a lot of years, according to him, because he's underneath the table talking to himself. He's like, "I've been saving this for a special occasion."
And it was in the
After he,
bag that the hitchhiker had.
yes,
Imagine
yeah, and
how
like you said,
different this movie would have been if Mike and Jay had hit the bag and the grenade in the beginning.
that would have been funny as shit. In fact, that would have been a hell of a lot better beginning than what we got. But that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, like you said, Mr. Sawyer gets a hemorrhoid removal from one of Dennis Hopper's chainsaws. I always look at Myers fan in both ways, especially with his eye. Yeah, because it's like, let me tell you, hey folks, Myers fan Kermit the Frog here. Sorry, I might have went too far on that one. Not to mention he doesn't know how to find 1080p images as thumbnail. Yes, they're so pixelated. I'm like, really? Why are you leaving your thumbnails like that, man? Looks like I'm watching a game of Pong on the 2600. Got 10 people on the live stream, Mr. Anthony. Do me and Mr. Anthony a favor. Give us a thumbs up. Would you punch and smash and throw Mr. Sawyer's hand grenade at the like button, please? So there you have it. We didn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Anthony.
Smash the like button like you're Leatherface and it's an intruder in your house.
That would really be smashing the like button then. So this movie ends and we didn't get another one. Well, let's see. TCM3 is 89 or 90, right?
90 something.
Yeah, they waited. They put in a few years there before they come out with another one. And I didn't even know that movie existed. I was just flipping around. Let's see. I was in eighth grade, getting ready to be a freshman in high school, and I was just flipping around and got to Cinemax, of course, because Cinemax showed all the cool ass movies back then. And there it was, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know this movie existed.
1990.
1990, gotcha. Baz, I find it funny how Grandpa's age regressed down 30 years and looks bigger. Franklin fed him. Yeah, Franklin. Because Franklin had a lot to give. He had a lot to give.
The grandpa that just won't die.
Nope, because they keep feeding the sumbitch blood. Spooky Astronaut Sam review Godzilla -1 is not scary scenes at all. Okay, well, first of all, I don't think Godzilla -1, as well as any of the other Godzillas, were meant to be scary. They're meant to be actually destruction and terrifying. Never did I go, even as a kid, Anthony, did I say, holy shit, that was freaking scary as hell. There's nothing really scary about Godzilla anyways. He's so huge and big, it's not like he could sneak up on you. Spooky astronauts can go to hell. I'm going to get monetized to death on this video. I think they should get Bill Moseley back for a sequel. He's still kicking.
Oh,
He's still kicking, and he still goes to horror cons and stuff.
okay, that's interesting.
Oh, what you find?
No, I just Googled because you mentioned what year did TCM3 come out?
Right?
The girl that played the little girl that's supposedly Leatherface's daughter, she was young Tina in A New Blood.
I had mentioned that on one of my live streams when I did Friday the 13th Part 7. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same little girl who played young Tina. I wish you were dead. You have mom again. And then after she kills his dad, no, Daddy, I didn't mean it. Then why did you say it? I'm out of control. Anthony, you're going to have to keep me in control, man.
There ain't no doing that.
Baz, I think they should get Bill Moseley back for a sequel. Sorry, I already read that one. Joel's laughing his ass off. Godzilla has never been scary. Kids watch it. Yeah, that's Spooky Astronauts is just a stupid, dumb
I'd
hag.
say you can argue though this one did have some legitimate horror moments in it.
I tell you what, I have heard nothing, and I mean nothing but great things about this. Even Rotten Tomatoes gave it
Also,
a
when
good
you like
score.
when you first see him, he's like OG King Kong sized.
Sweet. Working on that next, by the way.
And I'm not gonna spoil it, but like what he does with his atomic breath in this one, like
Yeah.
I'll just say it the way the effect was done, it's like I wouldn't say like terrifying, scary, but also I'll say it is just scary to imagine just being there when that happens.
Baz has got a good point, good question. I like how they used the same actors around during the slasher craze. Wonder where they are today. Well, they're either passed away or they're doing horror conventions. Still need to see it in theaters, deciding on either seeing Silent Night or Godzilla. Oh, Silent Night looks badass too. I like the actor who's the main. What's his name? Kinnaman, who was on that series that was on AMC for a while, The Killing. You remember that series before Walking Dead got popular?
I'd never seen it, but I know of it.
Yeah, he was badass in that series.
I didn't have cable when it was out.
Gotcha. I heard Silent Night wasn't bad. Yeah, I've heard some pretty decent things about it as well. But as Sean, the new Godzilla and Kong trailer doesn't look very promising. That sucks because if you're going to have a badass Godzilla -1, you got to have a good follow up like Kong and Zilla.
Well,
I
they're
don't.
not connected though.
Oh, they're not okay.
Like -1. Okay, -1. It's actually set in the years after World War II.
Solomon wants to know if we would eat anything the cook makes. I would eat the croissant
No.
roll with some jam. What would you eat,
Well,
Anthony?
he probably you can't guarantee he would use for the lard in the baking process.
I'll take a croissant roll with some jam. Have you seen the movie called The Cock? I have not. Most movies named after a part of my member I usually don't go after. I think the trailer looked badass. Godzilla is powerful. He has some purple glow to him. Yes.
Listen, it's not just a good Godzilla movie, but it's a good drama too.
You were saying that in the Discord, and I've heard that from a few other people as well. I'm definitely going to check it out. It's starring Wham. Don't want. Oh, good God! Of course, we watched the dumbasses is playing in a movie called The Cock. Godzilla
What's
2000.
crazy,
Go ahead.
Godzilla 2000. What's crazy too is it's technically more profitable than the Marvels, and it was made on a budget cheaper than a single episode of She-Hulk.
You got to be kidding me.
$15 million, and each She-Hulk episode was like 25 million.
Unbelievable.
So Toho embarrassed Hollywood with a
That's
movie
not
that was
hard.
probably cheaper than the ballet parking of a major production.
Yeah, that ain't no shit, Anthony. That's not hard. Hollywood usually embarrasses themselves lately. John Carpenter doesn't care. Godzilla -1. He loved older Godzilla movies, which is fine. I do too. Anthony loves the older Godzilla movies too, but I'm not going to be like cokehead Carpenter and go, yeah, I don't like Godzilla -1. I like the older Godzillas. Blah, 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 blah.
If
Give me.
anything, it's more of a extremely worthy remake to the original.
That's kind of what I was thinking. It's probably a nice ode or a dedication to it, right?
Yeah.
Good deal. I don't know how they're going to make a buddy cop Godzilla movie when they. That would be interesting to see. Bring back Godzilla flying drop kick. Oh, dude, that's how I whipped Godzilla's ass the other night. I stole his flying drop kick. Yeah, I loved it when he did it in those old 50s and 60s Godzilla movies. He did that flying drop kick. That was so freaking badass. Those fight scenes were so awesome. Oh, Anthony heard a noise again. Check it out. It's got to be Bubba. I've got the katana. I miss
Which
when they
is safer than a chainsaw.
pretty much probably do more accurate damage than a chainsaw too. I miss when they just wore the suits and fought over a Toy City. I know those were the best Baz. Buddy Cop Godzilla. That's something I'd do with friends if we were drunk.
Actually, hold on a minute.
See? Okay, yeah. Now, say, I'll be right back. He said, hold on a minute. I don't know if that's going to be as effective as I'll be right back or not, but I guess we're going to find out. That's a good idea, Baz. Let's all get drunk and dress up like our favorite monsters: Godzilla, Mothra, the three-headed dragon,
The crown,
and then we'll just fight over the whole city.
the crown jewel of my Godzilla collection, the original actor's autograph.
Holy cow! Where the hell did you get that?
It's authenticated. I got it online. The certificate's in with the frame.
Wow, that's pretty
I
impressive.
got it. Sadly, I got it like 3 months before he passed away.
Now, Sebastian brings up a good point. You better check your fridge because it might be Mother Voorhees' head in the fridge, like with Alice at the beginning of part 2.
If anything, I'll check under the fridge for Paulie.
Yeah, because he's probably under there stealing food as we speak. Oh, Polly, I got one thing to say to you. Stop eating. Jeez. Why aren't in a woke scream movie? We're fine. Yeah, as long as we're not doing a woke scream movie, we are just fine. You're exactly correct, Brad. So, all in all, I give Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I give it a 9 out of 10. And even 37 years later, I still give it a 9 out of a 10.
What do you 8.7 out of 10.
8.7 out of 10, gotcha. So there's my re-ranking. And Anthony's of TCM2. I still enjoy this movie to this very day. Still love the humor, still love the dark comedy in it. And I definitely love Stretch, Caroline Williams. Is there subtitles for Godzilla? Yeah, there is subtitles in the movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is fine because it's just like the originals. Asylum gives it an 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. Well, how about this, Anthony? If there's anything you could change about Texas Chainsaw 2, what would it be?
Honestly, I would redo the beginning so we don't have to put up with that nonstop nails on a chalkboard laugh.
I totally agree with you on that one. How do y'all like the ending with the sheriff suicide bombing the family? What do you think about Baz's comment there? Baz gives
a sore loser.
Yeah, Sawyer was a sore loser. I would have done the beginning a lot different too. I totally. That's just all that part does with them driving in the car with the gun and then Leatherface starting to assault him with the chainsaw. And I mean, I love the part where the guy's head gets severed off and shows his brain.
And that's a cool song that was playing on the bridge.
Yes, that's a cool ass part. Other than that, it was just all it did was just kill about 15, 20 minutes of the whole damn movie.
And after them, like, there's not much in the way of kills.
Pretty much. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was just Dennis Hopper going nuts and destroying their house maze, and Stretch trying to get away from horny ass Leatherface was basically the rest of the movie.
Texas Chainsaw movies are surprisingly light on the kills.
They are. They make them more comedic sick, like got to sit around the dinner table with the fucked up cannibalistic family and shit. X was joking. Oppenheimer 2 should be him finding out he created Godzilla. That would be cool. That would be a cool concept.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I know you're laughing about that, Chad, man, but that'd be an interesting concept, man. I'd definitely check that out. Only problem I have is Leatherface. They made him kind of a joke. It was like Cecil Lard and a man. Matter of fact, it might have been Cecil Lard. It definitely wasn't Dave Stupid McRae as Chop Top, though. That was Bill Moseley.
Oh, could you imagine? I probably shouldn't give him the idea, but could you imagine him doing a TCM fan film and playing Chop Top?
No, I cannot imagine that.
I could see with his ego, I could see him doing it.
Oh yeah, I can too, but that would not be good or wise for his health or his well-being because I would hunt him down. Dog would hunt. Uh, Joel, Toby Hooper signed up 3-picture deal by Canon Group film Life Force Invaders from Mars and TC. Yeah, that's another thing we forgot to bring up about TCM2. It was done by the Canon Group. That was real popular in the 80s and early 90s and then finally went bankrupt and went kaplooey.
They gave us some good Death Wish before they went bankrupt.
Sure did. Dave McRae is probably the real Chop Top. Oh, God bless. That's Sebastian. Sean, since when can a Mercedes outrun a foot? You know what, Sean? I always thought about that too. They're in a Mercedes, and what are they in? They're in a big ass 4x4 truck, and they can't outrun it. And they don't think to take another shot to Leatherface's head after it reveals that he's the one
Or
holding up his dead brother's corpse.
or maybe shoot a tire.
Maybe. But like I said, we both agree that Mike and Jay at the beginning of TCM2 in the Mercedes are nothing but a couple of dumbasses. So,
You like, and the thing is, that car, it wouldn't even have had to outrun the truck. It would have just had to outmaneuver it because that truck wasn't going to be turning on a dime.
nope. Not anytime soon, not ever. Asylum. Dave McCock can play the dude in Breakfast Club. I watched his It's Me, Billy for the first time today. And what did you think about it, Baz? And I saw the Black Christmas remake days before. I like the Black Christmas remake from 2006. I thought that was good.
You really want to get bad. Dave McRae as Chop Top, Lee McCoy as Drayton, and Myers fan as Leatherface.
You, oh my God, what a fucking disaster that would be. Did you like to do, you've seen the 2006 Black Christmas remake, haven't you, Anthony?
No, I haven't.
It's actually pretty decent.
I have seen the 2012 Silent Night,
Oh, you have? Okay.
and that was pretty decent.
I've never. I thought it was blasphemy that they remade that movie, but if you say it's all right, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Like the main character, she's a cop, and she's actually a really likable character.
Which is hard to come by in these remakes these days. I hear you, man. The Black Christmas remake 2006 is good. Yes, not the best story, but yeah, it's not a real good story. I like the fact that Lacey Chabert plays in it because she needs to be my wife, but other than that, yeah, not a real good story, but it's a good slasher flick. I thought they pulled it off pretty good. I'd be lying if I said it was bad. It was pretty good, but people overhype it. They overhype all his fan films, and that's the only way he gets attention on his fan films.
I'll be honest with the 2012 Silent Night remake. Just go into it with the mentality that it's not really a remake.
Might try that out.
Because it really, nothing about it feels like a remake. It just has the name Silent Night.
There's an old movie from the 80s as well that's called Silent Night, Bloody Night. You ever check that out?
No, but there's a horror YouTuber because it's public domain. every Christmas Eve he does a live stream watch of it.
No shit. I think it has a cool title. MJ Cinema, Mike and Movies on Instagram. He bragged it up on his Instagram page the other day, and I like the title of it, and I like the poster, the movie poster for it, so I might check it out. Asylum hates that they gave Billy a backstory in the exactly. He should have remained mysterious like Michael Myers. They took away the mystique of it. I'm gonna watch the OG Silent Night Dinner Night soon. Never seen it. It's a freaking great movie, Baz. I love the Silent Night remake. Also, he's talking about the 2012 one that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's been another one.
Okay, I definitely gotta check it out. I don't mind them get.
Oh,
I
and
don't mind.
Donald Loeb's in it.
Who is?
Donald Loeb.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Okay. I don't mind them giving Billy a backstory. Idea. True. Maestro, you should see Violent Night soon. It's that is in my plan book for December here. I didn't get a chance to see that or review it last year, so I'm gonna definitely check out Violent Night this December. Joel, I give 6 out of 10. It's a pretty good comedy horror sequel film. So there's one 6 out of 10 for TCM too. Take over for a second, Mr. Anton. I'll be right back.
Malcolm McDowell was in the remake too. He was pretty good in that one, and it actually was more fitting where he got to be a little more comedic. Overall, I think that one did have a pretty rounded cast. Oh, and Santa with the ho 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 brass knuckles. The dead puppet of Nubbin Sawyer can give a better performance than Jay. But yeah, listen, that one, if any of you hadn't seen it, really check out Silent Night 2012. It's a fun Christmas themed slasher. It's got some good gore, great characters, and again, Santa with ho 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 brass knuckles. I saw the scene of the wood chipper and Silent Night kill on you. Yeah, that kill is a little brutal. Gracie, it's okay. Just relax. The worst Myers mask, probably. I'd say it's a coin toss between the H2O mask or the overly needlessly complexed Halloween Ends mask. I'm watching Michael Keaton Batman films. I enjoy some of the cheesy stuff. Doesn't hold up. Oh, the remake better than the old G. Oh, gee, that can be a bold statement depending who you're talking to. Which, fun fact, that movie's controversy probably helped the release of A Nightmare on Elm Street because they came out at the same time, but because parents were complaining about a movie with a killer Santa and that it would scare the kids, it got pulled from the theater, which, no two ways about it, helped Nightmare on Elm Street. No, I really don't like the Ends mask. I feel what made Michael's mask effective was the simplicity, and the more you damage and battle scar it, the more you lose that simplicity.
That's a good point, Anthony.
We're also told when you left, I brought up in the Silent Night remake, Santa has ho 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 brass knuckles.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that is pretty cool.
Don Shanks is the OG Silent Night.
Is that Don Shanks?
Huh. Let me
That's some.
Google that.
That's interesting. Asylum's got a question mark. I will never. Asylum's confused. I will never see the Black Christmas 2019. No, that wasn't me. That was Polly. By the way, Polly, if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you
Woke.
that.
It's woke Christmas.
Oh God, yes. I never noticed the Batmobile '89 couldn't turn left or right. Oh man, that's random as hell. I love it, Chad. Man, there is mold and cobwebs on Michael's mask. Yeah, pretty much. I like the OG white mask. It makes him stand out more in the darkness. Absolutely, Baz.
That's
Unfortunately,
probably why
Baz, go ahead.
Michael was so weak in ends. Wearing that moldy mask, he probably had a respiratory infection.
Yeah, black mold like that screws with your lungs, man. By the way, Polly, if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that. So I've always got to have a quote of the night, and there it is. And Polly's not even on the live stream. Sean, Silent Night, Deli Night 2 is a guilty pleasure. My favorite part, Garbage Day.
I've actually seen someone make an argument for that being better than the first one.
You know what? In some parts and in some ways, I think it's better than the first one.
Because
I'm glad you brought that up.
you get the first half of the movie is basically the original condensed with all the good parts and none of the filler.
Good point. Yep. Asylum. Baz really fucking bad because 2019 is a hot shit mess. Kind of like Myers fan 25. He's a hot shit mess. Oh, sorry. Kermit the Frog. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Welcome back to the channel. Andy Matichek can be Miss Piggy.
And of all the celebrities to obsess over,
I know, there's nothing to the bitch. She's plain. She's ugly. She has no body. She's straight up and down like Hacksaw Jim Duggan's 2x4.
which nothing as far as that end goes, like nothing wrong. I prefer average looking girls, but like a little young for my tastes.
Gotcha. She doesn't do anything for. I don't think there's nothing appealing about her to me. I liked her. The blonde girl that was in 2018 that got the poor blonde girl that I felt sorry for got butchered by Myers.
The actual likable one.
The actual likable girl that was in 2018. I thought she was cuter and hotter than Andy Matichak.
But at
Sorry.
least with that, we did get a scary scene out of it because it put someone likable in danger.
Exactly, and I think that's why I appreciated her character and appreciated that part so much.
That's the other
Go ahead.
problem with modern horror. They just put it's too many just unlikable people getting killed, and when you hate the character, it's not scary.
What movie is Sebastian and Asylum talking? I think they're still talking about 2019. Sorry. I heard not a single person liked it. Incredible woke feminist propaganda. Wasn't me, it was Polly. By the way, Polly, if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, it was like it. The whole college campus. They're like this secret society that's all men, and they need to sacrifice the women or something like that.
Oh, good God. Joel, I hear another remake Silent Night was announced. Fucking why?
How
Uh,
many remakes is that in the past? How many years now?
Incountable, man. I've lost count because I don't care.
It's like
We don't need that many remakes of this freaking horror movie.
I feel like if you're gonna remake a movie, it should at bare minimal be a generational thing.
I like the ends mask, but Michael was not badass in it, and he sucked. No, he was a fucking old ass pussy in it. I agree, Solemn. Vicky, the babysitter in 18, when he's in. Yeah, that was her name, Vicky. Sorry, Vicky. Chad, man, that kid must have been Cleveland's son from TC. I'm not. No comment. All right, he's going to get the Polly quote. Chad, man, if you keep talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I think everyone here needs mental help.
Yes, Dr. Hoffman. You know what, Anthony? You'd be a perfect Dr. Hoffman. You really would, dude. You kind of got the look and the stature of it. I mean, answer the phone and say, "Yes, Dr. Hoffman." Come on, I'll give you $1.
Yes, Dr. Hoffman.
The mumbling on the other end of the phone. I don't know Mike Myers. All you hear is Mike Myers. Mike Myers.
He
I
was
see.
probably eating lunch while talking to him.
Probably. Yes. Hold on a second. I took too big a bite.
Like it, which
Hang
the
up.
remake of True Grit, where Jeff Bridges sounded like he had cotton stuffed in his mouth the whole time.
They were trying to make comparisons on a YouTube channel of Jeff Bridges and John Wayne. There is no comparison. Yes,
Okay,
Bridges did okay. Not even all right, pretty good, kind of good, or decent. Just okay. But no, there's no comparison, man.
and it didn't help it was what really ruined, well, not ruined it, but kept it from being a lot better was the voice he used.
Hmm.
It should have been Kurt Russell.
It should have been. I heard Jason Blum want to remake the thing. I will hunt down and
Oh,
destroy and demolish fucking Jason Blum. Remake trend is over. We've been there, done that already. Totally agree, Baz. Vicky actress acting is better than yeah. She was. She should have been the final girl, not Andy Ogre, Miss Piggy, Myers fan, Kermit the Frog's wife.
Jason Blum and the Thing.
That don't even say that son of a bitch's name out loud. Let's just keep it together. There's a Freddy versus Jason quote. Chad, man, you can laugh it up, but let me tell you, if you keep talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that. As soon as
Now
the trilogy, go ahead.
I don't know if I'd be opposed to like a foreign remake with a decent budget to it.
Foreign remake?
Like
Interesting.
if the guy that did Godzilla minus one and supposedly he wants to do a Star Wars movie, but
Yeah,
if
me
he
and the
directed
professor
a
were talking about
Japanese version of the thing, I'd okay, let me
that.
see what you're gonna do.
Well, okay, me and the professor were talking about this past Saturday. Let him do a Star Wars, but let him have complete control of creativity, of writing, producing, all of it. But you know that ain't gonna happen. You know Disney's gonna rear its ugly vagina into the movie and fucking ruin it. You know
The
that.
only way I would watch it is if he did have complete creative control.
And that's what me and the professor agreed on this past Saturday. As soon as the trilogy ended, everyone forgot about it. And yeah, like I don't even the only reason I'm reminded of her is because we bring her up on the live stream. So yeah, she had that's it for her career. She will never play in another movie and be taken seriously because I never took her serious in the 2018 trilogy, but she will never be well known or taken seriously. She will never be a monumental actress in any movie or any series, whatever, except in Myers fan Kermit the Frog Couch Ogre's world.
And the thing, they haven't really lost the Met program in Japan where it's story and entertainment first.
That's good. So we definitely lost it here. Her character Allison is so unlikable in 20. She's unlikable in every damn sequel. Asylum, I hear you, man. Other countries could do movies 10 times better now, absolutely, because they care more about the source material than the social messages. Yes. Oh, Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni would shove their noses in. I know it, Chad, man. That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't. If they gave him complete, total creative control, it would probably be a pretty damn decent Star Wars movie, but we all know that ain't gonna freaking happen.
Yeah. Minus one did get a little political, but it got time period political.
Okay.
So there was like no modern politics. It was more like these would have been political views kicking around in 1949 Japan.
That's a good question by Tim Atkins. Is that your smoke alarm chirping?
Yeah, the things on the fritz, like I have changed the battery and it still beeps.
Okay. Yes, Tim, there is a smoke alarm chirping in the background. Or is it really Polly? Or is it really Michael? Or is it really Leatherface?
At least, or could it be worse, bloodless?
Don't even say that son of a bitch's name out loud. Let's just keep it together.
Or first responders?
Oh, God, I haven't seen him in a while. I'm getting harassed by somebody else in my comment section, too. That Hawk guy.
Wonder if he's first responders.
No, it's two totally different people, but the the Hawks, he's a nice kid, the one that goes by Hawks and always talking about his friend Bugago or something like that.
Yeah.
He's a nice kid, but he's given me some pretty cryptic comments in my comment box, and I'm just like, what am I, a big shit magnet? What am I, a weirdo
Wait,
shit
you mean the
magnet?
one that was actually like bringing actual legitimate agree to disagree debates that time?
Yeah, but at the same time, he's talking about my friend doesn't like you, so he's not joining the live stream. But I'm gonna keep. I mean, I'm just
Yeah, like I didn't know how to
pretty weird
feel about
stuff.
that. Like I don't feel like he. I mean, he kept bringing the stuff up, but at least he was willing to be debate conversational about it. But it was the fact that he just kept feeling the need to bring it up.
Sean says, you guys crack me up when you dog on these channels. Killjoy Jake will give you immeasurable material. Yeah, I've been told I need to check out this Killjoy Jake because I heard he's a flabbergasted, homicidal, hyper ass idiot. Let's hope. Have you ever seen Killjoy Jake yet, Anthony?
No,
Okay, I'm going to check him out after this live stream. Give me some material for the next live stream. Let's hope David Gordon Geek doesn't do start. Good God Almighty. Then I'm going after David Gordon Green, like I'm going after Jason Blum.
let's hope he doesn't do what.
Star Wars.
How much more could he ruin it?
That's the thing. Somebody made a comment that they're ruining Star Wars. No, Star Wars is in ruins. It's ruined. It's
That's like
done.
you got a lot of people wanting Stargate to come back. I'm like, no, it's remained relatively unscathed, and I wanted to stay that way.
According to Joel, they're doing the thing too. John Carpenter would be involved as direct. I don't. If they're working with Jason Blum and Fuckhouse Scumhouse, then I am not gonna watch it.
Why? Once you give a answer to what happened at the end of the original movie, it's not gonna be as effective anymore.
No, it's not. Killjoy Jake is a giggly little 8-year-old. I guess that explains why he's so freaking hyper. Maestro hasn't seen him though, thankfully. I'm gonna check him out, Baz, and I will do my impression of him on the next live stream.
I've seen a preview that looked promising, but it's got me worried because it's Netflix.
Yeah, that draws
Uh,
concern
a
automatically.
a high res CG animated Gundam series.
Oh, but it's on Netflix. Oh
Yeah,
God.
like just check out the preview. It's called Gundam Requiem for Vengeance or something like that.
I
In
like Gundam.
it's from the Xeon point of view, and like the one shot with the Gundam, it makes the Gundam look like something out of a nightmare. So I think you're gonna get to see it from the perspective of people that have no chance against one.
Gotcha. Uh, I saw the Hawks. I saw. Yeah. He says. I try to ignore him too. He just says stuff in riddles because I think it's a little kid and he's just trying to be funny. Whatever the youth these days in this world thinks funny, I guess he's trying to be funny. Every time I read what he says, I have an yeah, all his words are twisted around and all riddled out and shit. The Riddler would be proud of him. Uh, Jason Bum, yeah, Jason Bum or Cum, whatever you want to call him, Asylum. By now, ancient
That or
Roman
maybe
moons are shaped in star eats. Star,
that or maybe he's a basement dwelling stoner.
he might be. Yeah, he could be like 22, 23 years old. but he's just so burned out in the head from smoking so much ganja. Tron is going to be ruined by Jared Leto. I think Disney has. Oh, good God Almighty!
After what he did to the Joker, why would you?
The cock or the rock? I hate the rock. The rock turned out to be a big fucking fraud phony, is what he turned out to be.
Then John Cena groveling to the CCP in Mandarin.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he turned out to be a freaking fraud too. Nope, that Netflix Castlevania anime was garbage, made by the guy who complained about Apu on The Simpsons. Oh, okay.
You talk that one. Here's one that gets me. Like they in the Netflix, they went from a more atheistic point where there is no God and there's no this because Warren Ellis is an atheist, but that's always been a part of established Castlevania lore. Like it's not your job to put your own spiritual beliefs into it. It's your job to adapt it.
Right. Good point. Uh, Joel told Sean Killjoy is a big horror Hollywood films nerd. And he's 8 years old, little 8-year-old little shit. I do agree with Killjoy Jake when he said Halloween Ends was garbage. Okay, he's got a little bit of respect from me since he said that. Halloween shit dick ends. Asylum, I don't really watch him. I saw one vid of him talking. I cringed and clicked it. Yeah, that's probably what I would do too, Baz. Sounds like a Looney. Which Looney Tunes character does he sound like? That wasn't me. Polly. Because I know Dave McCrae sounds like Daffy Duck. I still got to order that hat, by the way. Yeah, mark my words, everybody. Anthony, everybody that's on this live stream. When I get me a Daffy Duck hat, I'm going to do a whole video, a whole live stream video as Dave McCrae.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, dude, it's going to get 1 million clicks. Polly's on the live stream. But by the way, Polly, it's good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. But if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that. I feel bad for Killjoy. I don't think he ever spoke to a female. Obviously, he's so hyper. Yeah, yeah.
I see one on eBay for $17.99.
The
I mean, not
Daffy Duck
eBay,
hat?
Amazon Daffy Duck hat.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up when I get off the live stream here, because I'm getting that hat and I will be portraying Dave McCrae. Baz says, I think he is a female. Hey, y'all, I'm late because I was icing in the shower. All right. Kind of sore
Hey.
tonight. Got some aches and pains. Had to ice yourself in the shower.
Oh, I had hurt my back Friday.
What the hell did you do?
Well, when I went to the first seat I sat in the theater, like
Oh, that's right.
it was busted and it like went all the way back.
Good
And
God
then they
Almighty.
put me in a horrible seat at the Japanese restaurant because it was like the wall was my back support.
Boy, that whole night you just went full on Japan, didn't you?
Well, the Japanese place is right next to the movie theater.
I
So
ain't mad at you. I love Japanese. Oh, I love Japanese
if
food.
if you walk out of the movie theater and you're hungry and you got the money, it's the most convenient place.
That sounds pretty damn
I
good,
mean,
right?
like the movie theater is right here, and the Japanese place is right smack next to it.
So I totally agree with you. You couldn't help yourself, could you?
Yeah, and the better part, like you could almost stand in my backyard, throw a stone, and hit one of the two places.
Oh man, that's real convenient. Joe says Sean Killjoy is living with his mom. Dave McCrae, Def has to wipe his mic and screen down from all the gallons of spit. He got that supper and succotash. Hey folks, Dave McCrae here. Oh, Polly brought up the GTA 6 dude. That trailer looks freaking phenomenal. Totally agree, Polly. By the way, Polly, if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that. All right, sorry.
I'm halfway tempted to get the next Yakuza game.
I haven't seen that yet. Polly, I've been rewatching it. It's going to be the best game of the next decade. I'm going to have to agree with you, Baz. Those graphics are freaking polished, polished by God.
Well, the Yakuza game, they're just a weird animal because the main plot is deadly serious, but the side quests are absurd. Like, you can do a story mission where you're trying to save a friend from getting a hit put out on him. And then when you finish it, you walk out and you get into a side quest where you're fighting a chimpanzee that stole a crane.
You got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not. They could be that absurd. Or you could get on your phone and call a crawfish to help you fight.
Yeah, Baz, those graphics are freaking incredible for GTA
Yeah, but just
6.
think of how many gigabytes that's going to take up.
Oh, yeah. The strippers are finally real strippers now. Oh, hell. So Joel is saying that the Godzilla Kong trailer is great, but there's some other people that says it looks suspect. So I guess it's kind of a 50-50 even crowd on opinion on that one.
And I'm not touching it.
Yeah, that's some of your favorite movies. I understand you don't want anything to be spoiled for you. So
Well, it's just more I'm getting to the point where any movie, if it looks like I might be halfway interested in it, I'm probably going to go in blind.
okay, got you. Godzilla with pink atomic breath is awesome. That's because he was eating some cotton candy. And I'm not talking about the carnival cotton candy. I heard Godzilla vs. Kong will have more of a focus on monsters than humans, and I can live with that. When I watch a
Well,
monster movie, I don't want to see a whole lot of human contact,
it's
anyways.
actually it's not going to be Godzilla versus Kong again.
What's it going to be?
The Godzilla X Kong, the X means collaboration. So they're
Gotcha.
going to be joining forces.
Interesting. That's kind of a. It's a weird twist. It's an interesting twist and a cool twist. All three.
Well, they did team up at the end of Godzilla versus Kong.
That's true. Yeah, you're right about that. I never looked at it that way. Baz, that's one issue with the movies. The humans aren't written as well. No, they just focus on the monsters, man. You're despicable.
Well, again, after like watching Godzilla -1, you'll have to look and be like, what's the excuse that they can't do good human characters?
Right. So it's a rush hour movie, but must. Good God, Baz. They're gonna fight the Scar King.
What I'm saying, I heard like apparently like the lead actor in -1, apparently he's already being considered for like some Best Actor awards in Japan.
Seriously?
Yeah, like
Damn.
it was. I mean, it was like it was a I mean, a really solid, serious performance.
Like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
I just wish Hollywood would look at it and take a note.
But they won't, because they pander to the wokeness. You know that.
Well, there's already people on Reddit saying the only reason this is doing good is because of alt-right MAGA trolls. No,
Yeah,
people are just thrilled to see a movie that's not hitting them over the head with a political message.
exactly. I'm tired of it, but Hollywood's still gonna try to cram it down your throat, man. Baz, weird how -1 only had $15 million budget and outdid American studios with over 100. But yeah, exactly. And by the sounds of it, and but what Anthony's been telling us, it's a freaking badass star-stellar movie.
So even my mom enjoyed it.
Oh, no shit. Kick
And I
ass.
told her, I said, "Get ready, you're going to a movie."
You said, Mom, you coming with me. I'm going to show you some real entertainment in a movie.
Listen, and it's amazing too to think that now that's a 70-year-old franchise.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? You remember in Friday the 13th, Part 3, when she opens up the Fangora magazine on the hammock and it says 25 Years of Terror with Godzilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, back then in 1982 was only 25 years. Now we're at over 70 years. Sean, I love Japanese women too. I love the fried rice. Eminem was performing in Fortnite. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't stand
And
Eminem.
anything Fortnite, you automatically lose me.
Pretty much. DC is doing Crisis on Infinite Earth animated movies part 1 and 2. Now, see, I'm not too familiar with those. What about you, Anthony?
DC animated movies, for the most part, have a pretty good track record.
So, what about this particular one, the Infinite Earth
The
Crisis on
newer
Infinite
stuff, I will say, has been more hit or miss, so I don't know.
Earth? Okay.
Like The Long Halloween, while it was competently made, that's my favorite Batman story in comics, and some of the changes they
Mine?
made in it.
Mine too. That is my absolute favorite Batman story.
Okay, like I'll give you one change. The whole thing with how, with apparently in the animated movie, that Dent's wife and Alberto Falcone were lovers in college, and she got pregnant, and the Falcone company made her get an family made her get an abortion.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
there was no need for that in the
No.
story.
I don't know why. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why they decided to shove that in there, but
I will say,
I never really thought about it, but you're right. Why the hell was that inserted in that story, in that
now,
fantastic Batman story?
check out the animated DC animated adaptation of Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. Those That was pretty good.
Frank Miller's pretty damn good
And
anyway.
Peter Weller is voicing Bruce Wayne slash Batman.
Really? Weller is?
So if you, yeah, he voiced a pretty good Batman.
I didn't know that was him. Wow. I ignore what anyone says on Twitter. Keep your political BS out of cinemas. I totally agree. I like that, Baz. Twatter. James Hugh Courtney said those who pick on GLC on the street will get their ass kicked. James Jude Courtney, I will whip your old ass up and down the freaking street.
Okay, James, I actually like you as Michael, but no, you need to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, keep your freaking big, stupid, old, rusty, dusty ass shut. I'll whip
If
James
anything,
Jude Courtney's ass like I'll whip Godzilla's ass. Go ahead, Anthony.
again, he was great in the role, but if I had to give one criticism, he didn't make it his own enough. It was too much of a Nick Castle impersonation.
Pretty, yeah, you're right. He basically went through the whole steps of Nick Castle. So yeah, RoboCop is Batman. So that's two multiverses come together. Polly, apparently it's not good to stand PS5 up because it's a metal piece in it that will melt and keep your PS5. Whoa, no
Yeah,
shit.
it's the thermal paste that they put on the processor. If you stand it up and it gets too hot, it's been known to actually get that
Melt
thermal paste so hot it'll run.
and it melts like wax, huh?
Yeah, like it's actually meant to actually soften and melt if it gets hot enough.
Oh, good God. Speaking of DC, y'all gonna see Aquaman 2? Absolutely not.
I
Let me
didn't
think
see
for a no.
Aquaman 1.
I didn't even see that one either, Anthony. No. Aquaman can eat shit and die and go back into the ocean. Why doesn't the professor come on anymore? He must have some strange on the hook. No, he doesn't have some strange on the hook. I really don't know. He was over here Saturday, and we were talking about going on doing a live stream, and it just never happened. He's just kind of keeping to himself right now. I mean, I talk to him and still hang out with him a couple of days a week, but usually
Is
he's
it,
the one. Go ahead.
could it be comic book shame?
Might be. We might have shamed him a little bit too much on the live stream. Nah, I doubt it. But usually he's the one that's begging me and coaxing, come on, let's do a live stream. Let's do a live stream. But he hasn't mentioned anything about it lately.
It would be cool, wouldn't it, if you could get him, me, and Asylum on together on a panel?
Oh, that would be a dream panel for sure. Me, you, Asylum, and the Professor, man. Yeah, Baz, Professor's too busy reading the JLC book, that stupid shit hags book. Replace Aquaman with Green Lantern. Depends on what Green Lantern storyline you're talking about, Chad, man. No one's watching Aquaman 2, especially since Amber Turds is in it. I heard they cut her part down to like 2 minutes, though, because of all her bullshit. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
And also, not
Says
on
she
which
went to
Green
court.
Lantern, not only which Green Lantern
Yeah.
story, but which Green Lantern.
Yeah. Because if it's the recent one in the comic books right now, I don't want to see that Green Lantern.
I'm not sure. I go back and forth, but right now I'm leaning more towards my favorite being John Stewart.
John Stewart,
Either
you
him
gotta
and
have
Hal are the two best.
you gotta have me on. It'll be better movie than the Marvels. Baz, let me know when you're ready to come on a live stream. I'll put your little bro ass on here. But you have to talk. You can't just sit there. Don't get camera shy on me. Tom Holland
I don't
said,
like.
"Oh, go ahead, Anthony."
I saw Tom Holland. I was saying I don't like him as Spider Man.
A lot of people don't. Let me put it to you this way: I don't like him or appreciate him as Spider-Man, but it could be worse.
Yeah.
Just bring Tobey Maguire back, which I know they won't.
That's another one that gets me. How all these years everyone hated Andrew Garfield, and as soon as he's in the MCU, I can't believe Andrew Garfield's back. We love Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I heard the parts where he came on. I heard he pretty much stole the show.
And I've always stood by, even though those movies weren't good and the script didn't do him any favors, Andrew Garfield was pretty good.
I heard he was a good Spider-Man, but not a real good Peter Parker. Does that make sense?
And yeah, and I kind of feel like it was the opposite with Toby. Not that Toby wasn't a bad Spider Man either, but Toby was a better Peter than Spider Man.
Yeah, so they just basically crisscrossed each other. Yeah, that makes
That's like with a lot
sense.
of these superheroes, like especially Spider Man and Batman.
Mhm.
It's hard to find the right actor because there's so many that would be a great Peter Parker or Bruce Wayne, but they probably wouldn't be a good Batman or Spider Man.
Exactly. Polly, I just saw Saw 10 and it was good. Yes, I can't believe I haven't watched that movie yet. Chad, man, Andrew Garfield should have dropped Zendaya. Yes, totally agree with you.
She's one. And go figure, I loved Dune Chapter 1, but I can't stand her.
I can't either.
It's like every movie she's in, it feels like she has to have that same I hate the world expression.
Yep.
And I'm still for actually looking forward to Dune Chapter 2, even though she's in it.
When's that supposed to come out?
March, I think.
Okay. He should have been the
It's,
one to snap in Endgame. Agreed. Tom
it's
Holland is one. Go ahead.
especially now that I've read the book, I'm looking forward to seeing Chapter 2.
Oh, so you're ahead the game then. I agree. They should have stuck with Tobey Maguire all through the years, Baz. Tom Holland is very worried Spider-Man 4 going to be... Well, in case you hadn't noticed, the other Spider-Mans with you, Tom Holland, were kind of woke. So I don't know what you're worried about.
Fuck Peter Parker. I've thought seriously about what if his Spider-Man was like a part of the MCU and everything would have been based off of him. I mean, him
Yeah,
as the original, then Iron Man would have been tied in. And I thought of, you could do that. And what if instead if it was Tony doing the snap, what if Spider-Man got the glove on, put it in, and Thanos said some line about that power's meant to be his, and Toby just says, with great power comes great responsibility, then snaps.
good line. That would be a great scene. Because if you remember in Infinity Stones, he said it's coming loose. The glove's coming loose. He almost got it.
And then Star-Lord had to lose his. It's like, let them get the glove off, then you can beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, I agree. I do like that. That's probably the last Marvel movie. Yeah, that's the last Marvel movie I ever saw. I never even watched Endgame because I heard it wasn't that good. I know what happens because I've read the comic of it. I've read the story decades
It's
ago. I
it's
know what
got
happens,
some
but
good moments, but it's also got lots of problems.
okay. Now, see, Polly, see, this is going back to my childhood days of comic books. Beyonder Spider-Man was the shit. Yes, he is a Holly weirdo, so I expected him to want that. Yeah, no shit, Baz.
Speaking of Spider-Man, you know what I wish we'd get on DVD or Blu-ray or 4K? I take any one already. The
What's that?
'90s Spider-Man animated series.
Oh, I love that, man. I love
Like
that
they're
series.
they're they're re-releasing toys based on the series, so there's a market for it. So why don't they just give us the Blu-ray of it already?
The storylines in the 90s Spider-Man was really good.
I would even be willing to buy it knowing Disney's making a profit. It's so good.
Polly says that Godzilla beat Superman in the comics. I did not know about that.
Yeah,
In
there's the
Endgame,
Godzilla versus Justice League comic.
oh, no shit. That's got to be pretty entertaining. Sebastian says Endgame's amazing. It should have been. Yeah, I agree with you. I haven't seen it, Baz. I've just heard bits and parts about it, and that's all I needed to hear. But yeah, they should have ended it right there. You're exactly right. And what happened to Asylum? I haven't seen Asylum on the live stream in a while. I hope I hope Chop Top didn't get his ass
They're bloodless.
or Bloodless, right? I know Bloodless is out there somewhere.
He's probably lurking, waiting for his moment.
Would not surprise me, my friend. After that, they had no damn idea what to do. Nah, well, not just that, but all the politicized bullshit took over. So,
Another one I wish we would have gotten a sequel to was Dread.
Dread. I was never a Dread fan. So,
The You didn't see the 2012 movie?
nope.
Uh,
Everybody
it
says
was
I should.
actually
Everybody said I should have checked it out, but I'm just not into Judge Dredd.
it was actually like if you could remove the not as into Dread, it was actually just a pretty solid science fiction action movie.
I might check it out then, since you put it
And
that way.
he kept the helmet on throughout the movie. You don't see
Which
his face.
which is like in the comics. Thank you. But since back then they were still showcasing Sylvester Stallone, you had to see his face.
Which, from
Well,
what I understand, when Carl Urban signed on one of the roles, that was like one of the things he stated up front. I don't sign unless you guarantee Dredd doesn't show his face.
well, good. He was educated in the ways of the comic book then. Polly says that he shot his atomic breath at Superman and he fired him. Oh, sorry, fried him. Sorry.
Oh, talking and being educated in the source material, when I did my Godzilla -1 stream, my friend from Denmark was on it. And he
Mm-hmm.
brought up the Five Nights at Freddy's movie a little, and he said, yeah, the lore is different from the games, but he said it's actually closer to the book series.
No shit. Okay. Sebastian's wondering the same thing. Where the fuck is Bloodless? He came back. I remember that. He came back for 1 millisecond. It was about 3, 4 live streams ago, and then he was gone. Uh, Back then in Marvel, they had a good plan. Now they're just pumping out random stuff. Also, you need to see 20 Disney shows to watch them. Yeah, no shit.
He just doesn't want us to forget he's out there.
Waiting. People forget he's down there waiting. I'm talking about the real possibility that he's still out there. After
Dr. Loomis meets Bloodless.
Where'd they take the body? Coroner's office? Get a dentist to meet me there in half an hour. Telling you, I'm going to be the next Dr. Loomis. I promise you. He needs someone to chew on or suck. Because Bloodless does suck. Joe, Judge Dredd 95 film is pretty good. Not best comic book. No. Like I said, they were still showcasing Sylvester Stallone. Basically, he was still in his prime, pretty much. So
I'll say that had it been set in the Judge Dredd universe about any other street judge, okay,
no,
you got a fair adaptation of the universe, but you don't have Judge Dredd.
right. Apparently, Samo Slamo is mad at Baz because she hasn't been on to. Yeah, what the heck? What's going on with your little baby sister, Baz? What the hell's going on? Slamo Samo.
Yeah, where has she been?
Yeah, it's been good 3 live streams. She messaged me one time after missing one, promising me she'd never miss another, but where there's no Slamo Samo. Polly's phone died on him. Are you on your laptop now, buddy? And there goes Anthony's smoke alarm chirping away.
He plugged in his phone.
Or he plugged in his phone, right? You took her blanket. That's my whoopee. Give me back my blankie. Is that how your sister talks? Sebastian, give me back my blankie. Sorry, I couldn't resist. She'll come back soon when she gets back to her sense, right? Anthony, quit eating my chargers. I had to run naked around my neighborhood looking for a charger. He
Okay,
didn't even.
I don't need to know that much, Polly.
Yeah, no shit. You didn't even take like a split second or a half a second to throw some freaking tidy whities on at least to go run around the neighborhood to look for a charger. For Christ's
You know,
sake.
in some states, streaking is enough to get you registered.
Yeah, but he took that chance all just to find a new charger.
Yeah,
You know what?
I did something stupid and I learned my lesson, but I got arrested one time.
For running around naked in the neighborhood looking
No,
for a
but
phone charger?
there was this guy in the holding cell, and he woke up and he goes, "Where am I?" I'm like, "What happened?" He goes, "I'm in jail." He goes, "Last thing I remember, I was hitting some stuff, and my friends dared me to run down the interstate naked, and I took them up on it."
Yep, and that's why he was all locked up after that. Not a good idea, sir.
It's like you
Polly
woke up and you're in jail.
Polly had to run like he saw Bubba pretty much, and Bubba was probably naked running with the chainsaw behind him.
If
Yeah,
it was
go.
next generation Bubba.
He'd be running naked with just a tutu on his, no, with a jock strap on his head, with a chainsaw. I ran like I saw Lizzo licking me. Good God, I hope so. Probably healthier than anything you eat now anyway. Oh, good God. A phone charger is a good superfood, so don't be dogging on phone chargers. Chad Man's getting nauseous. Maestro, did you like the Lizzo? Oh, dude, that was freaking hilarious. That you know one thing to be real big, but if you're that fucking big, if you're that fucking obese, that fucking fat that you toppled a golf cart, there's some problems there. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. I'm not gonna no. Like other people were feeling
In,
sorry for it. No. Stop eating.
in it,
Anyways.
of course, the other side of the spectrum isn't better. Whoever that social media girl is that's so morbidly anorexic, it looks like she died.
Yeah, no it's like talking to a talking corpse.
But that's just as bad as Lizzo, but it's on the other end of the spectrum.
Right. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of all that bullshit. She almost made the golf cart do a front flip. Oh, there's Asylum. My cat bit off the mailman's head. Oh, gee.
Oh, that's federal.
Yeah, that's a fit. Tell Diamond that that's a federal offense, man. Asylum, that's crazy. Asylum, I think it's time to put your cat in some therapy or something, man, because
Better
that
just
cat is off the fucking train.
not go to Mike and Jay's house, knock on the door, leave your cat, and run.
First of all, Polly, I know you're full of shit. You did not find reindeer poop on your roof because it's not time for Santa to come yet.
And what are you doing on your
Second,
roof?
looking for a phone charger naked. And by the way, Polly, if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee you that.
Why would a phone charger be on your roof in the first place?
No, ask Polly about that one. Will Smith is going forward with I Am Legend 2 with Michael B. Why? Just
Even though he died in the first one.
of all this shit. Never mind.
A good Punisher shirt.
Forget. Oh, thank you, sir. I love this. But yeah, I'm a Punisher fan. Not the one that holds a sword in the comics now. The one that's holding the mags and the AKs and the ARs, the 9 mils, the
Okay,
Rugers, all that stuff.
I'm I'm not saying Punisher wouldn't use a sword because he would use whatever weapon he had at hand, but his primary weapon is going to be guns.
Right. But they had to make it politicized and give him a sword. When they were on their deathbed dying from obesity, chair like Myers fan don't regret the body positivity nonsense. Absolutely correct, Baz. The mailman was drummed. Oh, good for Diamond. Okay. Do not put her in counseling. Do not have her committed. Do not put her in therapy. She did the world, including the YouTube world, a favor by biting off Drum Dumbs' head.
I'm sure his wife will have some treats for Diamond.
I'm sure she will too. Hopefully, Diamond bites her freaking head off too. Polly says, I think bloodless shit on my roof. That's a very good possibility, sir.
If I were you, I wouldn't let Bloodless get by with that.
I wouldn't either. Hopefully, no zombie makes a G.I. J joke. Quick question. What is the worst Myers Mask Maestro? H2O. I hated that fucking mask. Hated it, hated it, hated it. What about you, Anthony?
I say it would probably be, depending how I feel, either H2O or ends.
Yeah, I didn't even bring that up. Yeah, that's a tie between H2Os and Halloween shit. But see, I didn't even bring up Shit Dick Ends because I don't even consider those movies in my lineup anyways. So that's why I didn't say that. Chadman says at least they didn't turn Punisher to a female like Tank Master and Black Widow. Good God Almighty, I had no idea about that, but that makes me want to puke every
From what I
living.
understand, I don't know how if this is 100% true, but I was told the new Sword Punisher, apparently his wife divorced him.
Of course she did. Because these women in this new politicized, woke, feministic empowerment world doesn't need men. So no
He's not
more is it,
supposed.
no oh, hold on a second, Anthony. I'm on a rant. No more is the days of the Frank Castle that lost his wife and kids in a shooting by a mobster. No more of those days. It's because she divorced him because by God, she doesn't need a man. She's got feminine power. God, oh fucking mighty. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
Frank
out of
Castle
control.
is someone who was supposed to have spent his whole life believing in the system only for it to fail him.
I would. That makes me want to go punch about 5,000 donkeys.
One thing
Asylum.
I
Go ahead, Anthony.
one thing I always liked about the Punisher, he's the one Marvel character that feels like he could be real.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to do. He was basically the first most realistic Marvel character. Asylum, she saved the world from boredom. Asylum says the worst mask is H5. Interesting. Which I can see what you're talking about. A lot of people didn't like that mask. I liked it. I didn't mind it because it has an angry look to it. And he was pretty vicious in part 5.
I don't like it, but I'll at least there are some angles in that movie where it does look pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Jason Blood said, "Make new horror films with woke message, and it's work. Yo, yeah, it's working so much that you're paying out. You're actually paying in more money than you're making money. You more.
Okay, Jason Blum again. How come Godzilla minus one on a $15 million budget has made so much money without any of that?
Because they're full of shit, Anthony. They're saying shit like that because they're in denial and they don't want us to know that we're exactly right on this topic. That's why.
And I can't stress that 15 million a month. There are TV shows that have a bigger budget per episode.
God Almighty. H2O Master prevents me from seeing it. Yeah, that ain't no shit, Baz. I heard some news that Marvel from now on will include more female characters than male. It'll become the norm. Absolutely. I just cannot wait to not watch any more MCU movies, which I already don't anyways. Thank you, MCU. I don't even watch them anyways. I could give two shits and a fuck less. MCU could fucking eat one. Uh, Polly's laughing about something. I don't know. Let me tell you, Polly, if you continue laughing like you're laughing right now, you'll be history in this program. I guarantee you that. I will say the scene when he's breaking the door down, the shot of Michael and H5 looks cool. I love that scene because poor what's the actor's name? Troy Evans, who plays the cop that's in there with Danielle Harris. Yeah, he's got to be the worst shot in police Haddonfield history. I mean, he's right there in the doorway, misses 5 shots, and finally catches one in his shoulder, and then thought that was it. Baz, I can't wait to drop alcohol on. Yeah, either alcohol or bleach. Zack Snyder isn't done with Justice League. Well, that's kind of good news.
I forget what it was he said he would love to come. I think it was the Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. He'd love to do a live action adaptation of that.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Polly just saw something that spooked him. I know what it is. Polly, if you continue getting spooked like you're getting spooked right now, you'll be history in this program. I guarantee you that. Baz, I don't hate. Go ahead, Anthony.
I
What were
don't
you going
hate the H5 mess, but some shots looks horrible.
to? Yeah, I agree with you, but it's just I don't hate it as bad as I hate the H2O mask or
I'll
the
say
Halloween shit begins mask.
I can't watch his Justice League anymore because of Ezra Miller, but it was an infinitely superior movie to what we got in the theater.
Uh, yes, but without Jared Leto's the Joker, right? I think Spooky Astronauts dislikes Daniel Harris. Now let's rephrase that, Asylum. Spooky Astronauts is jealous of Danielle Harris. By the way, nobody likes you either, Spooky Astronauts, you hag ass bitch. I'm kind of tired of hearing about Zack Snyder. I can't wait to move on. I'm kind of with Baz on that one. James Gunn better deliver on his word. The actor playing Superman got huge.
My problem is just it's not that I dislike Jack Snyder, but he's one of those weird directors. You don't want to have him have 100% freedom, but you don't want to keep him on a short leash either.
Right, I got you.
You need someone that knows just when to, like, okay, Zach, you need to rein things in a little.
Asylum says he likes the H2O mask better than 5. Oof. I respect your opinion. It's all good. I don't like the H5 hair. It reminds me of Nicolas Cage. Yeah, when Nick Cage had a full head of hair. So the H5 mask will now be referred to as the Nick Cage mask. So there you go, Asylum. That's another good reason to not like the H5 mask because it looks like Nick Cage's receding hairline.
Who apparently said he just has a few more projects left he wants to do.
I hope it's another Willy's Wonderland. I hope and pray and keep my fingers crossed that he does at least one more Willy's Wonderland. Because I love that freaking movie. Zack Snyder does amazing fight scenes. Agreed, like the Batman Warehouse and 300. Yes,
But
and yeah, it does look like that.
but at the same time with
Go ahead,
Zack
Anthony.
Snyder, what is with him in slow motion?
That's just the Zack Snyder
As
thing.
much as I liked his version of the Justice League, like, it did not need 15 minutes of slow motion.
The H6 mask into H2O. I meant. So you like the H6 mask or you don't? I know you don't like the H5 mask, but do you like the H6 mask?
I think
Uh,
he's talking about the H6 mask that was in H2O.
oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, sorry. Thanks for that, Anthony. I got a little confused there. Gotcha, Asylum. I hear you. It looks kind of like Marilyn Manson too, in a lot of ways. Yeah, it's the very first Marilyn Manson death mask. We're getting a 300 sequel too, apparently, and I don't know why. That any oh my god.
There is something about just the first one, the visual style of 300, that was just unappealing to me.
I can see that, but I appreciate it for its fight scenes though, because I'm a man. So six
So
and yeah,
600.
yeah, the sequel, the long-awaited sequel to 300, 600,
Well,
starring
we've
John.
already got 300 Rise of an Empire.
Oh yeah, that's true. The 86 mask looks like Tom Cruise. I feel the need for speed. I could just hear him yelling that through the mask. Chirp. Well,
some of
guys.
those
Oh, go ahead.
some of those masks, well, even pretty much all of those masks, they do have some non-flattering angles.
Yeah, they really do. Thank God for the lighting and the camera magic on some of the masks. You're exactly right. Well, guys, any final thoughts on the live stream? I'm about to pack it up here in about 2 minutes. Oh, CM Punk, yeah, CM Punk is just that, a punk.
Oh, wow, it's almost 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, it's almost 2 in the morning here, but that's what happens when you come on a live stream with the Maestro Megatron, Anthony, or Asylum. Pretty soon we're getting Mr. Senor Sebastian way on here. Shirtless men with
Okay, well,
rainbow.
what about, since we did Texas Chainsaw, what about, real quick, favorite leather face masks?
My all-time favorite's still the OG. I still love the
Yeah.
original. I mean, yeah, it looks cool and it looks pissed and it looks vicious and mean in the reboot, but nothing tops the original mask, man.
The
Nothing.
the remake could have been the best if it was thinner material.
Thinner material, right? Because the original actually did look like flesh, thin, like
I
fleshy.
I really want to get the Haya Toys remake Leatherface that's coming out next year.
I'm sure you will. I won't put that past you, Anthony.
It's a smaller scale. It's like 4.5 inches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was awesome hanging out with you too as well. Cheers, Mr. Senor Sebastian Way. Polly says, "Pretty face, leather face is my friend." Polly, if you continue talking like you're talking right now, you'll be history on this program. I guarantee
Talking about the pretty woman mask.
you. I'll be sure to let YK one day. It'll happen for sure. Giga Chad, man, thank you for the trophy. Thanks for joining the live stream. Sebastian, Polly, better late than never. Mr. Asylum Beyond the Dead, thank you for coming on the live stream. Anthony, thank you once again for coming on the live stream, man. I
And
love your
fun.
knowledge. Oh, it's always fun. It's always a blast. I love your
Can't wait
knowledge.
to see Asylum next time.
Oh yeah, because yeah, next live stream will be me and Asylum talking about Dream Warriors. Tim Atkins, you have a good night as well, buddy. Best
Yeah,
mustache on YouTube. Polly's out of here. Sebastian's out of
Ollie's
here.
Ollie's going to his refrigerator.
He's going to his refrigerator because he's history on this program. Yes, next time you see me, it'll be me and Asylum either tomorrow night or the night after. We'll be doing Dream Warriors. I can't wait for that one. And then, Anthony, you're back on to do Texas Chainsaw Part 3 with me, man, because I love that
That's
freaking
going to be
movie.
fun.
Oh, my God, I have a lot to talk about on that one. I got to get my hair done first. You get your hair done, let me know. Just message me on Instagram. Let me know when you're ready to roll, either tomorrow night or the night after. Anyways, guys, Anthony, thanks for accompanying me on the live stream. It's always a pleasure, sir. And I want everybody else to have a good night as well. Joel, Sean, thanks for stopping by. Dream Warriors is one of my favorites. So yeah, it's gonna TCM 3. We're on part threes of everything. It's gonna be TCM 3 and then Dream Warriors Nightmare 3. So we're on the threes now. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good night, sweet dreams, and happy nightmares.
See y'all.